Hello, my name's Stuart, and I'm just going to make a video today about chiropractic medicine and whether it's worth considering for tinnitus. So, before I say anything further, I would be very grateful if you could hit this subscribe button. I've only got 2 subscribers at the moment, and I think I probably deserve a few more than that. But more importantly, is the more subscribers I've got, then it will get out there a lot more in the tinnitus community and audience. I'm not doing this for money. I'm just doing this purely out of my own interest. I've got ear ringing. I've had it for 6, 7 months, and I've acquired quite a lot of knowledge through research and everything. So I'm not doing it for money. I'm just doing it out of my compassion for other sufferers. So it would help me, unless it's a big deal for you not to subscribe, or for some reason you don't like subscribing. Then that's to any channels, that's fine. But otherwise, if you could subscribe and hit the like button, it would help to get this video out there. So I do appreciate that. Thank you. So coming back to chiropractic, let me just say what it is, because it may well be you've heard of it, but you don't really know how it started. And because it kind of sounds medical, doesn't it? It's been around for a long time. And you say, oh, I'm going to see the chiropractor. Oh, right. Okay. Oh, you're going to see a doctor, are you? A doctor of chiropractic medicine. Good. Right. Okay. Well, first of all, chiropractors are not doctors. They don't do medical degrees. So, let's sort that out straight away. No, 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 no. Chiropractors are not doctors. They don't do medical degrees. They study medicine in their own institutions. So the National Chiropractic Association in the UK, and there's one in America, of course. They're so big, they've got so much money, they've been able to set up their own colleges where they teach their own practice. Of course, this is not taught in universities, in medical schools. Of course, it isn't. It is an alternative therapy. I'm not even saying it's alternative medicine. It's an alternative therapy. It's considered pseudoscientific by a lot of the medical world. The American Medical Association in 1966 described it as an unscientific cult. And how did it start? So it started off in the 1890s, invented by D.D. Palmer, and he claimed he received it from the other world. I'm not too sure what he means by that. Let me just go on. Palmer maintained that the tenets of chiropractic were passed along to him by a doctor who had died 50 years previously. I don't really like the sound of this. Now, look, I'm a skeptic. I'm not what they call an unhealthy skeptic. I don't rule everything out and say, well, that can't be true. That can't be possible. No, 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 no. I refuse to believe in that. No, no, no. That's not me. What I say is maybe there's something in chiropractic medicine, but based on the evidence, it doesn't demonstrate that there is. So I'm open to persuasion, but the evidence does not support chiropractic claims. But added to that, more seriously, I don't believe in the supernatural. I don't believe in life after death. I've got a very high level of confidence in that belief that there is no life after death, because nobody has ever come back from the dead and described what it's like. When people die, they stay dead. And in all the attempts to prove that there is something on the other side, or there is anything supernatural at all, they've all failed. Nothing has been proven at all. You may think that things have been proven, but like with near-death experience, etc. But when you really look down to the nitty-gritty of what's going on, there's nothing real happening there. So I don't believe in life after death. I don't believe he could have been getting this from the other side. I would therefore have to conclude, A, that he's a liar, because that's quite elaborate. There's not even room for me there to say, well, he's mistaken. Maybe he found it somewhere and he just thought it had come from another, from the supernatural world. But it looks to me like an absolute blatant lie. I'm not certain he is lying, but I've got a very high degree of confidence to say that it is a lie. So with me not believing in life after death, and in view of that claim, personally, I would dismiss chiropractic medicine full stop. But I understand a lot of you out there may believe in life after death, and you may be prepared to entertain this possibility that he did receive it from the other side, even though I think that's a preposterous belief, and I don't think you could have any good reason for believing that. But nevertheless, let's just look at what happened. So he started this off wherever he got it from. I think he got it from himself. He promoted it, and his son took it over in the 1900s, and obviously it grew and grew and grew. Now, of the peer-reviewed research, chiropractors will always say we're backed up by medical studies, we're backed up by science. Go to PubMed, you can see all the studies there. Everybody says that. Acupuncturists say that. Reiki practitioners say it. All the alternative therapies out there, they all say it. Crystal healing, the whole lot. They'll say there have been studies, with control group, etc., and it demonstrates that it works. No, it doesn't. Having studies on PubMed does not demonstrate that a lot of these bogus things work. All they prove is that there has been some kind of study. Now, there are good impartial studies with proper control groups and really good methodology with repeatable results. Or you can repeat the methodology and get the same results, and that improves the authority of the original study. But there are bad studies too. There are studies which are done by chiropractors who've got a obviously vested interest in proving that chiropractic medicine works, and it's actually not a very easy thing to test on chiropractic medicine. It's a bit like acupuncture as well. It's very difficult to actually do proper studies. It's not like you're testing a drug to see whether something works. So if you've got 100 people with the flu, 200 people with the flu, and you give the first group the active ingredient with the drug, and you give the second group a placebo, you're testing for something in particular. You're testing for that temperature coming down and symptoms going away. You can see by comparing the control group with the active ingredient, with the active medicine group, whether there's actually a difference. But with chiropractic medicine, that's actually quite difficult. I mean, they've tried it with comparing real chiropractic techniques with sham chiropractic techniques. And actually, they found that there's very little difference in the results. The Wikipedia page actually lists a lot of the meta-studies which have been done, the important meta-studies. And the overall conclusion, I have to say, is that the only place where they could find that maybe chiropractic medicine had done some good is in pain relief, and in particular, lower back pain relief. Now, medical doctors hate pain. I'm the first person to admit that medical doctors have got they've got very little. I've been to doctors with pain, and they just say to me, take paracetamol, take ibuprofen, etc., etc. And there's very little that doctors can do about chronic pain. It's just one of those things. They don't really like it because apart from paracetamol, ibuprofen, there's not much they can do. So in actual fact, a lot of doctors would, if somebody was saying, I'm going to a chiropractor to deal with my back pain, they'll say, good, go. Because there is some evidence that going to an alternative practitioner can help with back pain. And if I had lower back pain, personally, I wouldn't go to a chiropractic. I go to deep tissue massage, or I would go for massage. Not too deep tissue. I would just go for massage. I've got my own method for dealing with back pain, by the way, but if I was going, I wouldn't go to chiropractic. I've had 2 experiences with chiropractic, both before I really discovered what chiropractic is, which is stupid on my part. So one is when I was in India. I was staying at this place where there happened to be a chiropractor. And I didn't really like my posture at that time. I thought, oh God, I've got, I'm a bit hunched over and everything. And I mean, I was only in my early 30s. And somebody said, oh, there's a chiropractor. He'll do manipulation on your back, it will crack and you'll have a nice straight back. I thought, wow, dumb, wasn't I? Wow, that sounds fantastic. And because he was operating in this, kind of commune place where I was, I thought that must mean it's okay. So I went along and I said, oh, yeah. And he put me on the couch. He said, no, I'm just going to do one or two manipulations on your back. And he went, I thought, oh my God, what the hell is that? And, he did a few more. He did a few kind of moves on my back. And I didn't like the sound of it. But so he finished the session. He said, right, that's it. You're fine now. Well, no, actually, I wasn't fine. Whatever happened in that session, fortunately, nothing bad, but nothing good either, because to be honest with you, I only really started improving my posture problems when I went for Alexander technique lessons, something which is not really relevant to speak about now, but Alexander technique helped me quite a lot to get my, sort out my posture and everything. And I should really make a video about Alexander technique, but just to be brief on Alexander technique, basically it's about learning good habits for the way we use our body. And like with posture, you'll see a lot of videos which will tell you, how, hold your shoulders back and do this and do that. With Alexander technique, as they say, it's not a doing, it's an undoing. What's causing poor posture is all bad doings, tense neck, tense shoulders, etc., etc. You've got to learn to relax. You've got to learn to lengthen your spine without crunching it up, and all sorts of stuff, eliminating all the bad habits. Forget that. But so the chiropractic for me didn't do anything at all. And then even worse than that, I was married, I had a child, had a son, and my wife was worried that he might be getting scoliosis. Well, actually, he wasn't really, but she felt that she wanted to take him somewhere. Somebody said, oh, take him to a chiropractor. They do, they can really sort out your back. And like a couple of fools, without doing some research, we went along and took him there. Thankfully, she didn't do any manipulations or anything on him. She looked at him, she studied his back, and she said, oh, actually he looks okay. So, fair comment to her. She didn't give him any unnecessary treatment, and thank goodness that she didn't. So I've since obviously researched up on chiropractic, and I don't believe that it's any kind of effective treatment for anything at all, let alone tinnitus. And I see lots of claims. If you type into Google, tinnitus, chiropractic medicine, there'll be lots of sites coming back, chiropractic sites saying, yeah, we can do TMJ, we can do this, we can do that, we can do, a lot of tinnitus comes from the spine, we can do manipulations, etc. We can do these sudden actions that will make your back go pop, and suddenly the tinnitus will go away. So we've got lots of patients and we treat them for tinnitus. Rubbish, absolute rubbish. They're just drumming up trade for themselves. Even more so than acupuncture, I would say don't be foolish. Don't go to chiropractors. If you've been to a chiropractor and you think you've had some relief from it on tinnitus, it's highly likely it's either placebo or just sheer coincidence. I don't believe that chiropractic medicine can help at all with tinnitus, and I don't see why it should, because in the inner ear, the inner ear is here. You've got inflammation in the inner ear. You've got fluid behind the ear. You've got these little hairs with the sound receptors which are damaged. And there's absolutely no way that neck manipulations, cracking the neck, cracking the back, and these sudden movements and all the different things that they do, in my opinion, could have any effect whatsoever on the key problems that cause tinnitus. So I beg you, don't waste your money. And also don't waste your money, because when you go to a chiropractor, you'll have a session, you'll say, oh, I didn't really do anything. They'll say that's because you've got to be patient. You need a course of at least 12 sessions at 1 hour sessions at £100 an hour. So book another 12 sessions, and then, you should start to see some improvement. No, don't be a fool. Don't throw your money away. They all say that. They say it in advertising, and they say it in these stupid therapies, which, have got no real scientific backing to them at all. just to get money out of you. So I beg you, don't don't go to a chiropractor. Go to some other. I mean, go to therapeutic massage. You can find people who can work on your back. If you've got back pain, forget about tinnitus. It doesn't do anything for tinnitus. But if you've got back pain or chronic pain in your back, don't go to a chiropractor. Go to therapeutic massage, because they know what they're doing. I had therapeutic massage on my back. Superb. Just at the right pressure up and down the spine. You can feel the vertebrae one at a time. It's really, they push them, they make sure they're all, lined up, and it's worth having a therapeutic massage for back pain, I think, rather than chiropractic medicine, which I think is just complete. I think it's complete nonsense, and the scientific community more or less agrees. I know that a lot of doctors, if you've got back pain, will send you to a chiropractor because they don't know what to do with you, and a lot of the time it seems to work. But as studies have shown, it works no better than therapeutic massage and other therapies. So that's my opinion. Definite thumbs down. Oh, and the British Tinnitus Association don't even mention chiropractor as a possibility for tinnitus. And I mean, they've even got acupuncture on that site. They don't recommend it, but they don't even entertain chiropractor medicine at all. So forget about chiropractors for tinnitus. If you're still with me, please, it's hard work making these videos. Subscribe to my channel and leave me with a like and make a comment if you want. Okay, guys, I'll be back again with another tinnitus video very soon. Bye.